Hi, hello. Welcome to Unveiled, a D&D 5e homebrew live play thing where we mess about and do things. We're going to do an introductions, and then I'm going to do a slight recap, and then we're going to get into this probably 2-hour game tonight. Yeah, very chill. Hi, Joe.
Hi, I don't have a whole lot of time to talk because I hear my family coming to say goodnight to me. So here's the thing. My name is Joff. And don't let anyone know.
Hi, Tony.
Good evening, Andy. Cool. My mic is turned on. I did good this time. I don't have much to say this evening other than let's play some D&D. I'm gonna eat my pizza while the intros continue here. So back to you.
As you do. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Andy. I'm Chris. I'm playing Tilvius. He's a centaur. He looks like this.
Beautiful. Hi, Amador.
Hello, Andy. I'm playing Argyle. I'm a frog. I'm an alchemist. I do things. I'm about to have a great time. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know.
I hope so. Hi, Juice.
That guy's name is Job. Everybody, that guy's name is Job.
No, don't tell.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
I'm Josh, and you can tell anybody, and they probably already know.
He's very
Everyone knows Josh.
He's very popular. And I am Dakota Orshiro. Yeah. So last time we were here, we left our little quaint town with the guild hall to head back to Port Saris to see what damage was done. We spent the session walking through fields of wheat with spooky stones that made spooky noises at night. We found a forest full of crystal fruit that functioned as fruit, as far as people can tell, that appeared to be magically made. We also found a guy that fell from the sky, who may or may not have been a gift, that may or may not have said some shit. And our local wizard may or may not have reanimated his corpse. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was
That's
an
the short of it.
accident.
That's the short of it. So we're gonna pick up today. You guys had just traveled through that second day. You were on the road traveling through. We're gonna pick up as you are setting up camp for the night. You're currently in kind of open plains here. You've gotten out of the fields. There's not too many forested areas here. You're kind of just in open plains. You see some hills in the distance that are kind of vague in shape through the night.
Is Fred still with me?
Yeah.
Cool. I want Fred to go gather some firewood.
What do you say to Fred?
What do I say to Fred?
Yeah.
Hey Fred, go chop some wood and bring it back. Fire. We shall make fire. I'm still learning how to use it, all right?
Okay. He doesn't take anything, but he wanders off towards the woods.
Great. Maybe he'll find some sticks. Perhaps he will get gnawed on by a hyena. I don't know.
Prasadi, did you just tell your skeleton to go chop wood?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Worth noting
Isn't that what any good?
He wasn't
Isn't that what
carrying
any good?
tools to cut wood?
There's nothing with which to chop.
Shit. I chase after him with one of the axes from the wagon. You see Rusati just ass over tea kettle off into the forest.
I don't think it's a good idea to give the skeleton an axe.
I mean, I've back when I was a courier, I would. Okay, how am I going to say this? having a skeleton with us is gonna give us some looks that I think are probably not going to be good looks. It's not like you wouldn't wander into Saris, and well, I mean, like maybe now that it's destroyed, we'll see what it's like when we get there. But like you wouldn't wander in with a an undead pet, like it. I don't know it. I mean, people have a. I mean, it seems innocuous enough, but like people have a thing. Like if they see a skeleton, they're gonna think we're coming with something that's gonna attack them, maybe, or maybe they'll think that we have it captured or something. But it's I don't know it.
What if we disguise it?
Well,
I
I
would
mean,
like you say, yeah. We
I
can
mean,
always-
we'll have to. I mean, I don't think that in many places we'll be able to walk with a corpse down
we
the
can
street.
even give it a little funny hat.
I mean, maybe.
Makeup.
I mean, it could just be that I'm just so used to trying not to be seen, but like that's a
It's hard,
that's a
it's hard to be subtle when you have a skeleton clanking along beside you.
yeah.
We should definitely take the axe away, though. I mean, that just seems dangerous. And
Well, it seems to only
Responsible.
do exactly what Rusati says.
until it doesn't, and then it's doing it and it has an axe.
Speaking of Rosati, when's the last time you cast Animate Dead on this thing?
Don't I have 24 hours?
You do have 24 hours.
I don't know that it has been 24 hours. I think I cast it at the end of the last episode.
Right.
I think.
So it's probably been like 12 hours.
Okay. Well, just let me know when I need to re-roll for control.
Probably
Or
more.
no, I got to recast the spell. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the best thing, honestly, to do is to dress it up so that it cannot be recognized as a skeleton. But then if its cute hat falls off, we're gonna have some explaining that we're gonna have to
Tilvius
do.
is proficient with disguise kit. Tilvius does not have disguise kit.
Yari is proficient with the disguise kit, so we could work together, and has her disguise kit because
I was gonna
that's
say-
literally her clothes.
Beautiful.
I was gonna say
she's
I
only
think we
can
wearing
could
make
disguises.
improvise a disguise kit. I mean, how
Yeah.
hard could it be?
I can literally just conjure it up with a little bit of magic in an hour.
Yeah, but then it'll. Oh, wait,
No.
will it stick around or will it be?
Here are some
Okay.
twigs and some clay that's practically makeup, and over here, look, this is a rock.
Oh, well, maybe like between Tilvius
Charcoal.
and me.
We're gonna make charcoal.
Okay, maybe between Tilvius and me doing some practical stuff, and Argyle you doing some magical stuff. Maybe we can make something for this creature that is a costume that will pass inspection. But
We could
I mean,
make hair out of grass.
hair out of grass. I mean, where we're going, I doubt anyone's gonna care.
Or spaghetti.
Yes, spaghetti. But if we went
Don't have any
somewhere,
spaghetti.
Shit.
About this time, you guys see Rusati coming back out of the forest with this just like triumphant look on his face because the skeleton is carrying like a little load of wood, just a little bundle of wood.
Well, we'll get.
You want me to
that.
roll for that?
Yeah, you're gonna roll for the skeleton specifically.
Oh man! All right.
So you're gonna make a survival check for the skeleton that has minus.
I need to get my skeleton's character sheet built.
The skeleton currently, we're gonna say,
Uh-huh.
has -1 to wisdom.
Okay, well here we go. Well, that's real bad. It's gonna be a 5.
Okay. We'll cover what happens in a little bit once the skeleton gets back.
Sounds great.
So you come back to them talking about disguising the skeleton.
You guys, that sounds like such
Uh-huh.
a great idea. I mean, they can do stuff for us. They can tidy up, like carry stuff. Like this is a great idea.
Rasadi, I think it's a great idea going where we're going now, which is probably a war zone. But if we went to a big city, some eyebrows are going to get raised.
Not with our perfect disguise plan.
Well, we can definitely try it, but again, if the silly hat falls off,
Look, I'll keep it around as long as it is useful to us, okay? If it's not useful, it's going to get us busted. Then I'll consider letting it go. But I really like the skeleton, and I just want you to know that. Like, I really, really, really like this one.
Fair enough.
You're not like.
No. Ooh.
Okay.
No.
I think that's it. Illegal.
You only have
what we
1
did.
tent, I'm pretty sure. So
No.
you're gonna
Like,
cuddle up against.
not like it out, like right outside, like just, sitting cross-legged, just kind of watching, It's fine. It's totally fine. Everything is fine. Fine.
It's at this point that the skeleton comes out of the woods with the head off the axe. So it is just the handle of the axe, and it's just holding it like this as it comes back out towards you.
Firewood.
Frank. What do you? No. What do you?
We can burn that.
We've got so much work to do. I've got so much work to do. Okay. It's cool. Just go hang out over there by the cart. Just hang out. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Walks over to the cart.
Are you gonna reprimand it? Is that what you're going to do?
Oh no, we're gonna train, but right now I just want some food. I'm hungry. We've been traveling all day. I'm hungry.
Fair question. What kind of food do you guys have?
Geez, my rations.
I would say probably just rations at this point.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons food.
Right.
So rations.
Whatever we want.
Hardtack.
Hardtack. Ooh.
Soft tech.
Stale bread and cheese.
Tic Tacs.
Stale bed cheese
Right.
and jerky.
Someone would pay good money for that, you know.
It's true. If there's not anything else you guys want to do tonight or anything you want to talk about, we can go straight to bed. And you can tell me who takes watch.
I'll take first watch.
Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
go soak myself somewhere. Is there any water sources nearby?
Make a perception check.
Wow. You know what would be great? If I had remembered to grab my dice.
Always a good thing.
You might want that tonight.
Wow, totally don't see me searching for dice right now. Wow.
Never would.
I was
never.
so prepared for D&D today.
You are the epitome of ready to roll.
Haha.
Oh, hey, I remembered I got
Uh-huh.
the other day. Okay. Nice. I got dice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's going to be a 15 plus 4 is 19.
Okay. On a 19, you don't see any like open sources of water around this like flat plains area. As you're kind of looking off in the distance, you see just at the edge of your vision what looks like some type of stream that curls down into the woods next to you. But you don't see where that leads into the woods, if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just take a dry sleep today. And I'm going to
Rough.
start going to bed.
Rough.
Alrighty.
I'm a frog. I go ribbit.
Tilvius, roll me a perception for your little watch.
3 plus 5 is 8.
Sitting there through the night, and
I'm
it's
distracted by a skeleton.
it's quiet except for the clanking of the skeleton every once in a while. Really brings to question what the hell it's doing.
It's minding its own business is what it's doing.
Who wants the second watch?
I'll take second watch.
Sure. Would you roll me a perception check or tell me?
I'd
what
love
you're
to roll
doing?
I'd like to roll a perception check. I would also like to roll some kind of check to work on my communication skills with my animated dead friend to be able to get it to do what I want more efficiently.
Roll Arcana. And what exactly are you trying to get it to do?
Hold on, let me do one thing at a time. So perception is going to be an 11.
Okay.
And Arcana, what am I trying to get it to do? I'm going to teach it. Okay, I guess I should ask a question first. Does the creature know basics from its previous life, or do I have to teach it everything, or like give me like in your world, what will it know, what will it not know, baseline?
Define basics. Because it's
Okay.
like a creature with an intelligence of 8. Like 6 or 8.
Okay.
So it's like
Okay. So it knows like up and down, left and right, that
If
kind
you
of stuff.
point-
Okay. Fine. You know what? Can it speak?
I don't believe so, no. It lacks the body parts to speak.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Fair. Then I'm just gonna teach it basics like if I if I go left, then that's left, and this is right, and this is up, and this is down.
Okay.
Just basics of understanding direction.
Yeah.
That is a natural fucking 20.
Jeez, not again.
Of course it is for a 27.
Yeah, you point
Fucking
up
crazy.
and you say up, you point right, you say right, you point left, you say left. And after that you say up and it looks up. You say right, it looks right. You say down, it looks down. You say left, it looks left. It seems to understand the concept of up, down, left, and right, and
Perfect.
directions in general from speech.
Perfect. That is great for tonight, Frank. Now I just want you to go over there and I want you to sit right next to Saris while he sleeps. Just sit there. And I point over there to the right. Big white dragon.
The rattle of bones as it works its way over to Saris in his sleep, and just sits right in front of his face.
Just sit right there. And then I will just finish off my watch, just hanging out.
Yeah. So on your
actually, can I do one more thing? Can I start researching through my books on that thing that we were talking about earlier? Just like some basic concepts on enchanting, like weapons and things like that. Just some general reading.
You can attempt to, but you won't have a lot of useful resources. Right now, it's a lot of theory crafting on what you might be able to do.
Perfect.
Without access to a lot of materials on actual practice or theory.
Maybe along the lines of like note taking and idea, like storyboarding. Really.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's it.
Yeah. So on your watch, as you like an hour goes by and your watch happens, you swear in the distance you hear the sound of hoofbeats along this like gravel road. But nothing ever comes within range.
Okay.
And that's it. You are done. Who wants the final watch?
I'll have the final watch.
Okay. Would you like to do anything with your time tonight? Or do you just want to make a perception roll?
I think I'll just do a little perception roll. Just this once.
Sure.
That is 22.
22?
Yes.
Okay. On a 22, about 2 or 3 hours go by since Rosati woke you up for your watch. And once again, you swear you hear hoofbeats in the distance. You have no idea if they're closer or farther than Rosati did, but you swear you hear the sound of hoofs. And that's it. daylight or veil light breaks, everybody starts to wake up. And Cirrus, directly in front of you, is a skull and skeleton.
Jesus fucking Christ. He tried to kill me.
It's
It was
just
trying to.
it's
It
just
was
staring at
reaching.
you. It's just staring. Like,
No,
just-
it was reaching. It was reaching for my throat.
it hasn't moved. It is still just like its head is following you.
Rashada, keep that fucking thing away from me.
You're
You're
muted, bud.
muted.
I said, Frank, that's enough. It's time to go pack up the wagon. Let's go.
Swing and a miss.
It starts walking over to the wagon.
Okay.
Drawn
I just-
by nothing.
Just direct it to do simple tasks.
So, the morning breaks here. The beginning of Veil Light bleeds in, and you guys are in this little valley.
Do we
type
have
thing.
do we all get a long rest? Question mark?
Yeah.
Oh yay. Yippee.
Perfect.
Did anybody use anything?
No, I don't think so.
I
I'm-
used
well, I
up
mean-
previously, so I had to use refresh, if you will.
Did you have a third level slot, Rosati?
I
went to bed?
did.
So I imagine you probably recast your spell.
I would do so, yes.
Okay. Keep in mind, if you do not have one available by the time you go to bed, the spell will expire.
Got it.
Yeah.
Frank will do whatever Frank does.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys start packing up for the day. What do you want to do? Just back on the road?
Yeah,
Just hit it and get it, man.
let's hit the road.
Yeah. So you guys start heading back towards Saris. From some of the maps and like what you've been told, you know there's one little settlement between here and Port Saris, and you're probably about a day and a half away. So you've got one more night, and then the next day you'll be back at Saris.
Okay.
So you guys get on the road, probably with the intention to stop at the settlement that's about most of a day's travel away at this point. It's
Yeah.
pretty uneventful on the way there. About an hour into your day of travel here, you start to hear the sound of hooves in the distance once again, heading towards you this time along the road.
What do we see?
So, cresting over the hill in front of you, you see a contingent of maybe 7 or 8 horses. Riding on the back of them are those same like knights of Anralat that you've seen before, with those like blue and white cloaks, wearing that like same kind of half plate armor with the emblazoned mantle there, heading towards you.
Rosati, have Frank lie down in the cart.
Hey, Frank. Lay down. Lay down. Just don't say anything. Just lay down. And I cover him up with a tarp or a blanket or something.
He doesn't talk.
He just kind of folds in on himself and lies down.
It's fine. It's totally fine. No worries. He's good. It's
So
fine.
you see them come riding up to you, and as they do, you hear "Ho!" as they kind of hail over to you. Excuse us.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Maybe we trouble you. Where are you coming from? Where are you heading? And have you seen anything on the road?
Sorry, DM. What's the name of the town we came from?
Bridgestone.
Bridgestone. We come from Bridgestone. We're heading towards Saris. We've seen. Oh yes, we saw a forest full of crystal fruit. We saw stones that made a wailing,
noises.
screaming sound when wind blew through them.
And
I don't think we've seen anybody else, right? Just us.
No, we saw.
But we've seen no other living people.
No. No, that was before. Remember, like last week, on the other side of town.
Mm-hmm.
I give the eyes to Cirrus. I'm like, remember? Like, anyways, what can we do for you guys?
You said you're heading to Saris?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See,
You know what happened.
yeah.
Yeah, what news?
Yeah.
from Saris?
Yeah.
We
What's going
thought-
on?
Oh, I mean, yeah. What happened?
Last I heard, it was burned to the ground.
Mm.
Oh,
Argyle, we were there.
What?
Yeah, that's why we're heading back. We escaped Saris. We're heading back to see what's become of it.
and if we can help out.
That too.
I see. Well, we're on the lookout. As he reaches into his little satchel that he has at his side and pulls out like the most stereotypical wanted poster you've ever seen. Looks very much like a Western. There's even like moth holes that look like they're through this poster as he unfurls it and holds it out to you. And you see wanted, dead or alive. And it's just a picture of this kind of like old looking orcish creature with longer ears, very like slanted eyes, wearing what looks like a robe with the hood pulled up. The ears are just kind of protruding around the side of the hood here. He says, we're looking for this individual. They're a practitioner of necromancy, and they were sighted around this area.
Do we recognize it?
No.
Yeah, I don't.
I've never
Nope.
seen that person in my life at all.
No, doesn't ring a bell.
What's necromancy?
Doesn't ring a bell.
How do you even spell that?
Raising
I mean, yeah, I don't never seen anything like that.
He's believed to have massacred the local settlement.
Wow.
Man, that's terrible. That is a terrible
Wait,
travesty.
settlement
Is there
for
anything we can do to help?
Well,
no,
if-
Rusati, that is terrible.
If
It really is terrible.
if
but
you see,
But you said that in a very sarcastic way. No, that is really bad.
It's really bad. We all agree.
It's really bad. Like,
Super
I
bad.
legitimately feel bad for that. That's bad.
The women
Yeah,
and children
yeah.
too, were they also
You
massacred?
know,
yes, the women and
Everybody.
children too, everyone.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
We have yet to
Why
find
would
any
he? Why
survivors.
would this person do that?
Adios mio.
That's something we're trying to figure out. But you asked what you can do. If you find anything or learn any information, please report it to any guard.
Do you have a copy of that wanted poster? Maybe we can, show people too.
He kind of furls it up and hands it over to you. This like really worn and like tattered scroll that looks like it's 20 years old.
Why
okay.
is this so old looking? Did this happen a long time ago?
No, this is the most recent picture we have. We hadn't heard of anything about this individual in some 10, 15 years.
You probably
Can I
should
make
age
a-
him up a little bit.
I want to make an insight check real quick, just to make sure that these guys are on the up and up.
DM above the table question. Is this the
Yeah.
guy that fell out of the sky?
No.
Okay, thank God.
17.
How would you know he's a skeleton?
I mean,
17
we would have seen him before.
17 on insight. They're definitely being truthful, but it seems like they are avoiding something. Not particularly avoiding telling you something, but avoiding something themselves.
Interesting.
How many people are here? Sorry, I'm behind the times.
7 or 8. We're gonna say 7. I'll give you an exact number.
It's a good number.
Yeah.
Could I do can I do a perception check to see like what they're armed for? Like what does it look like they're on
Yeah, for sure.
en route to do? Let's see. I perceive with a natural 1.
Nothing.
I'm
You
still-
are very
I-
distracted making sure the skeleton does not move.
100%. I'm like,
On a natural one, you'll see the guy that just handed the poster over. Is everything okay over there? What are you
Yeah.
looking for something?
No.
Holy fuck, we're so screwed.
So, let me get this straight. You just need information if we find somebody who looks like this or is, doing things that are not good based upon what happened down the road, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. We would love to help you out. If we see anything like that whatsoever, you will be the first to know.
I have.
What was your name?
Darl.
Darl. Okay, and I get out my my book and I write Darl.
So
Got it.
Daryl.
Darl. Got it.
I like that
Darryl.
spelling. That's a good spelling.
Perfect. I love that. Got it wrote down. We got you in the book.
What?
We're gonna get on our way to Saris so that we can, take care of business and see if we can help out. Is there anything else we can do for you?
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
Daryl. Was it the masquerade that gets him in the most trouble, obviously, or is it the mixture of the necromancy and the massacre?
The massacring and the disappearance of every corpse is concerning.
Okay, but the necromancy is at its there isn't really the problem. It's the fact that hundreds lost their lives.
You see him like kind of squint his eyes at you.
It's an honest question.
There is no law prohibiting necromancy.
I'm just asking because I'm actually not even from around these parts. I was just very curious.
Oh, by the way, did you see any like lakes or streams or anything from where you fellas came from?
If you head down the road that way towards the nearest settlement of Irisville, there's a stream just maybe 2 miles to the east.
Great.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
I think this guy's a little dehydrated.
Yeah, I am a little cookie, So it happens when you have dry skin.
I like to. I just imagine the frog going, "I'm cookie." Little frog guy.
Perfect.
I look a little
All right, well,
wrinkly.
thank you, friends.
We should let them get on their way.
Yeah, good luck with your search.
Adios.
And they flip their reins and off they go.
We're not going
Hasta
to tell them
luego.
shit, right? We're not snitches.
What is,
It's okay to tell people when evil people do evil things.
I really wanted
We
to
don't
ask
really
them
know
how they
that.
knew there was a massacre when there weren't no bodies left behind, but I
oh
don't.
shit.
I really
could-
don't want that kind of.
That's a
heat on
real
this.
good point that I didn't even think of.
I'm not going
Off
to tell
big
a
brain.
posse of people that are like looking for somebody. If I'm like, hey, how are you even sure that somebody even did shit? They're just going to wonder if we're protecting them. So like, let them go do their shit.
Yep. Goodbye.
Fair point.
Off we continue.
Yeah. You guys continue down the road. You get to that fork where we're getting towards the Veilite's starting to die out here. We're getting towards nightfall. And you're at the fork in the road where the east heads towards that river and also towards this like settlement that you believe was on the map that they said is now empty. To the north continues to Port Saris. But like I said, you're still another half day away.
I say we should head to this river for Argyle and check out
Yeah,
this
that's
empty settlement.
Yeah. Why
that's
not?
true. I'm getting a little pruny.
Maybe we can find something interesting there.
Yeah, you guys take that right turn towards the east here as you head towards Irisville. About an hour goes by before you see like the head of kind of wooden cabins in the distance and like very ramshackle houses, like it's put together, made out of the forest here. Very much living into the side of the forest, kind of working their way through. You see some trees that have like fallen. You see the product of like people chopping wood and everything, but it is dead silent here. You see that river that comes by and kind of crests around the little hamlet that continues off into the forest. and it is quiet.
Like
It's a little spooky here.
evening animal sounds.
No. There's no
Wow.
there's no bug noises. There's no like small animal noises. Yari doesn't pick up any like skittering nearby. There's nothing. It is quiet.
Can you hear the water?
You can hear the water if you go and get close to it. Yeah.
All right, so it's not totally silent.
Well, currently you're at the front of the village and the water is not super within earshot, but yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Well, I need to go take a dip, so if you guys excuse me.
Hey, do you need somebody to hold your towel for you?
I want to say yes, but I'm
Awkward.
going to say no.
I mean, I could send Frank with you. He'll just stand there and hold your towel for you, so it doesn't get dirty.
Let's
No,
not
you'll hold
have
your
Frank do
head down
things
under
that
the
we
water and
could
you'll
do
drown.
ourselves.
Frank is not going to do anything. Cirrus, I'm here to tell you that Frank is not going to do anything wrong.
While they're arguing, I'm just gonna kind of slip away.
Rusati, it's nice to have a new toy, but let's not just have Frank do things that we could just do ourselves.
I mean, I'm trying to train my skeleton. How can I train my skeleton to do things if you don't let me do them?
My favorite DreamWorks movie, How to Train Your Skeleton.
Right?
What things can
Thanks
Frank
for
do
noticing the
that-
pun.
that we wouldn't be able to?
I'm just trying to help him learn, okay? DM, this is all your fault, by the way.
The more you teach him, the more dangerous he becomes.
He will not be dangerous.
God,
He listens to what I have to say,
More
Cirrus.
party.
No.
How did we come by this skeleton?
It's the dead body that fell out of the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rusati accidentally cast Animate Dead on it.
Yeah, I learned it. I don't know. Being really crazy and dumb.
He was trying to cast something else, and he did, and then
And
also cast
I
Animate Dead on it.
really screwed the pooch. And then I really got something cool from the DM because the DM likes chaos.
And rocks like Amadeus.
Yeah, that.
Mhm.
So,
Wonderful.
anyways, Cirrus, I'm telling you, everything's going to be. And he kind of looks to the side, like ready to tell Argyle again that, Frank's totally ready to go hold his towel. And he's gone. And he's like, see, you made me lose an opportunity for Frank to learn.
You're
You two work it out. I'm going to make sure that nothing happens to Argyle.
I am a fantastic. I am trying to teach Frank things. Okay, if I was an unreliable parent, I would just let him do whatever he wanted.
So, you guys are having this conversation. Argyle has snuck off, booking it for water. You have been dry for far too long. You get there, jump straight into the little river that goes by the hamlet here, and are just having a wonderful time.
Yeah, like on my back, squirting little waters like the fountains.
Make me a perception check.
Do, 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 do.
I'm heading over his way,
Do,
too.
do, do,
Yeah.
do, do. That's not great. That's 10.
Okay, so on a 10, you're kind of on your back, kind of leaning forward, and you open up your eyes as you're spitting out the water, and you're kind of facing towards the forest here. And as you are, you swear that you see the shape of eyes in the forest before they disappear and are completely gone out of sight.
Huh?
Tilvius comes running up at this point as you are kind of like staring back at the forest.
Everything okay, Argyle?
Ah, chingasa. Oh, hi. Yeah, it was great up until I think I saw something in the woods.
Point.
I point in the direction that I thought I saw the eyes at. And
Dancing lights. Boink, 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 boink. String in that direction. As spread out as I can get them.
Yeah.
is it complete nightfall at this point by the time I get into the water?
I would say there's just the faintest hint of veil light left.
Okay, because I don't have dark vision, so those would be the only things I would have saw if it was complete dark.
Okay.
Night.
So you throw out the dancing lights into the forest here, and you see like the growth on the floor here. You see what look like a bunch of like actual trails that have been blazed in the forest to go deeper here, and, like the start of people working on the like chopping down the trees and working on the wood here. But that's all you see. You see what look like a ton of footprints. Like these are well blazed paths, but you can't tell from where you are now and without anything if there was anything here. It just looks normal.
Well, for the next minute, I'm just keep my lights out and just kind of slowly scan them back and forth in like a 120-foot arc on the other side of the river, just to make sure nothing's within range.
Okay.
Can Yari come up on this and be like, "What are you guys?
Yeah.
What are you
so
guys
we're-
doing over here?"
We were just about to cut back to the gate, so we'll fast forward back a couple of minutes here before, like right after Tilvius had walked away, or rewind back, I suppose.
What are you guys looking for out here? What's up?
There was a pair of eyes looking at me from the forest. I was just trying to take a little dip.
Should I try and roll a natural one again?
What's a natural one?
Yari looks out into the darkness with the dancing lights running around. Oh, that's much better. 23.
So on a 23, you see much the same of this is a well-blazed path, like where people walk every day. And you definitely see the signs of fresh travel. Like this has been walked today. You don't know when today. You don't know if it was like early morning, but this has been used today.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not much of a survivalist.
So back at the gate, we have Rosati, a skeleton, and Cirrus,
They walk into a bar.
as well as Gerda, who is just doing her best in the back of the wagon. Just doing her best.
Gerda has stolen like one of Frank's pinky bones and is gnawing on it.
No, Gerda, no. Give Frank back his pinky, please. Please, I will find you something else to chew on. Just give it back.
She hands it back and will wait patiently for you to bring her something else to chew on. And by patiently, I mean incredibly impatiently.
Right.
I'm gonna go look
I-
around.
Yes, I will take a quick little jaunt off into the forest and briefly scout for dead animal bones of some kind. Any
Yeah,
kind.
sure. You can find some dead animal bones, Ben. You got
Sure,
it.
perfect. I will pluck a few and then give them to Gerda.
She will take them. What do you want to do as now Yari has wandered off, Tilvius has wandered off? As you're kind of looking around, you see Cirrus walking towards the settlement here.
How much time do I have? Like,
Before
You die.
like just in general, like, am I just able to
Before you
have like
die.
a half hour? Or
yeah,
like
you've probably got another hour or two before you guys would normally settle down for camp. If you wanted to push it, you could have 3, maybe 4 hours. And
I'm just
about
more
that
interest-
time, about that 4-hour mark, is where you need to recast Anime Dead.
So I think I'm just going to utilize my time teaching Frank some more just basic things like shapes, like circles and squares and triangles and things like that.
Okay.
I have my reasons. We'll get there, okay? But I will
Okay.
spend my free time doing this.
That's
Okay.
right. It goes in the square hole.
Yes,
Roll
Anyways.
Arcana.
you got it.
I would
Come
say
on,
animal
stuff.
handling, but I feel like a skeleton.
Feel
is
weird
not-
about that?
Yeah.
I feel weird about that. Hey, that's not bad. Arcana. Rusati is a +7. That is a 22.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get back to how much progress you make. Rosati, what are you looking for as you're going through this empty village here? You see most of
Port
the
Saris.
Cirrus, yes. You see all of the doors are closed here. There's nothing like left wide open. Everything appears as if there wasn't like a rush to get out. It just seems like a normal day. All the blinds, like the not curtains, the like shutters are closed on the windows here. All the doors are closed. The village doesn't appear to be in disrepair.
I go to a door and I try to open it.
You go to the door, you try to open it, and the knob doesn't turn.
Put it in there.
There's
Hello?
no response.
I go to the next house, do the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing happens where the door appears to be locked. This one doesn't have a knob, but you go to push it, and the door doesn't move. It appears to be latched in place. You knock again and wait a few seconds, and there's no response.
Are you hiding? We're dangerous. Bug is everybody. Is there like a tavern or a church or
Yeah. You'll find both. There's one tavern about like half the way down this little village. As you're going through, it appears to be like just a slightly larger building with like a hatch roof on top of it. You look inside and it has like the saloon doors going on. You push your way in and it's just empty. The tables are set, the chairs are out, they're not up. It appears as if it was ready to start serving. There's a bar counter here where you would expect to see somebody behind it cleaning a glass with that same dirty rag that every tavern owner seems to have. But there's no one.
Is there a pot of simmering stew?
There is a pot, but there is no simmering stew.
Travesties.
Well, they didn't leave recent, like super recent, or there'd be a pot of simmering stew. No self-respecting tavern would not have a pot of simmering stew at this time of day. Or every day. Pretty much any time, really.
It's true. It's true.
I'm going to continue wandering to the church.
Sure. You head,
Whatever it is.
yeah, you head kind of across from the tavern here down towards like a kind of cul-de-sac area. There's this little like fountain in the middle here, a very small fountain that has water just kind of spraying out into a basin that appears to like then pick it back up and spit it back out. It's kind of just a perpetual running small fountain.
I know what a fountain is.
Well, it's not pulling from. Listen, goddamn. And on the other side of that, you see a just very like large type of cabin with a point on the top of it that appears to be some type of church. As you head inside, there's kind of like pews on either side, and an altar on the front with a small statue of a figure covered in a shroud.
How small? Like, say what?
Yeah, maybe like 10 inches, I'd say.
Ooh. I'm gonna go look at that. Much
Yeah.
closer. It's like a shroud, like it's clothing is shroud, or it's like got a napkin over it.
It looks as if somebody had taken like a piece of clothing and like draped it over the top, but it was made of stone.
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 That's just part of the statue.
Right.
Okay. Do I recognize the figure?
Roll religion.
That's gonna be real good. It's a 1.
Not a natural one.
Not a
On
natural
Right. On a 1, you think you may recognize the figure, but you wouldn't expect to see it here. You know that there are some creatures of the Fae that like to dress up in large robes, and that's the closest that you get.
Some kind of pixie. Kevin,
So
you
yeah, it could totally be a pixie. Pixies steal people. Just saying.
Kevin. Is that relative or something?
You watch Kevin. He gives you a look for a second, and then he flies over to this thing, and you hear just, if a twinkle could be a shrug, that's what you get back.
Better nick it.
Yeah, man. You 100% pick this fucking thing up and put it in your pouch and just leave the temple.
Cool. Does it look valuable? Like, is it made of gold?
No, it just looks like it's made out of stone, like it was carved out of stone.
Like valuable stone? Like marble?
No, like stone, like somebody grabbed a fucking
shit
boulder.
ass stone.
Like
Now, the if your
basalt
question,
or
there
chert?
is something to say to the workmanship
Schist?
of it, right? The material itself is not valuable, but the workmanship,
Naming more stones.
right?
All right,
Maybe there's something
sure.
in it. You don't know.
I come back out and I head back towards. There's the group. There's nobody here. This place is deserted.
Yeah, you're kind of working your way through the town, and you see everybody else kind of gathered at the river. Yari's been here for a minute at this point.
But I found this stone statue of a pixie that I think
What?
means that everybody was whisked away into the Feywild.
Serious, just because that happened to you doesn't mean it happens to everyone, you know?
Did I say it happens to everyone? No, I said it happened to the people who lived here. You got a better explanation?
A necromancer stole them all? That seemed, I don't know. Although I don't see any evidence of that either, really.
He's holding
What
up the
would the
statue,
evidence
right?
of that?
Yeah. Is there any, like, we walked a little bit through the town.
Can
Is there
I-
any evidence of like an attack? Like they said it was a massacre.
Right. So
Are
as
the buildings broken or?
as you're looking, there's no sign of a struggle. It doesn't look like there was any fight or any altercation here. It's just dead, quiet, and empty.
Does it look to be cleaned up by illusory magic, or does it legitimately look like they were full of shit?
Roll Arcana.
Can I roll a religion for the statue?
100%.
I'm gonna cast guidance too.
13.
As far as the guards knew, they were telling the truth about this.
True.
So
Uh,
they might have been misinformed, but they weren't lying, as far as they knew.
on a 13, you don't catch any hints of magic here. It doesn't feel like other places that were laden with magic. You don't get that same pressing feeling.
Okay. I go back to training my skeleton.
19 on religion.
So on a 19 on religion, as you're looking at this statue, it is not one of the 7 major gods that you would know, right? That doesn't spark anything from this. What you do know is there are other things that people worship, and you've heard tales occasionally of something called a shroud taker, which is something people worship. They think it's going to kind of ferry them to the other side. Think like Charon or something, right? It is going to, like, worship to this thing is going to give them successful guidance to the afterlife.
Okay. I would say that to everybody. kind of share those ideas.
Or a pixie, you know.
Is this a very big town, or is it kind of a small village?
You think like if everybody were here, it's maybe got a population of like 60.
Right. So I could case this town really quick.
Yeah.
Just okay.
Is it a town or a hamlet?
It's a wonderful hamlet nestled between a brook and the forest. Yari goes, I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to see if anything sets off any, alarms for me. And just does a quick case of the town. Yeah, if you want to come.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want to do a joint perception check?
Yeah.
Mine's pretty good. Except I only rolled a 7, so 14.
I only got a 13.
Okay.
Hey, we
So,
both rolled 7s.
as you guys are heading through this little hamlet thing we got going on here, you don't notice anything different than Cirrus did. It appears to just be a vacant place. Yari, what you notice as you're walking through is that these houses, as you walk by, appear to be pretty sparse. You don't get the feeling of a lot of materials inside. There's furniture, but there's no glassware or cups or bedding or the usual amenities that would be in a house.
Maybe it's an open house.
There's no like food stores or anything, or
Right. And Yari, you get that just because of things.
My camera turned off.
So this almost seems like this village was just like built and put here or something. And
Yeah, it doesn't look
ever lived
lived.
in
It doesn't look lived in. But we do there's definitely some travel that came this way.
tracks.
Well, I mean, I can't tell from tracks, but definitely a disturbed walkway. It's down, right? A trail doesn't stay a trail unless you're moving on it, right?
Everybody that is not inside of the village right now can make me a perception check. If you are actively looking for something, do not make.
Ooh. 24 perception.
That is a 10.
What would I be doing?
Okay. Just perception.
14.
Okay. Anybody above a... Let's see. Okay. Anybody above a 12 notices rustling in the woods lining the village here. Not in one spot, but maybe 5 feet here, another 15 feet to the left there, 10 feet to the right there. It's like a large collection of creatures or things start moving through the woods all at once, and then it stops. It's almost like it happens instantaneously for a moment and then ends.
Frank, I said that's a circle. Circle, Frank.
I raised my eyebrows at Yari
It goes in the square hole.
and knock an arrow in my bow, and I'm like,
Wait, I thought that we were in the town.
You are.
But Tilvia saw this?
We'll say he caught it. Max vision there.
yeah.
Okay.
Down the road.
Right on. Yari glances
24
off.
perception. I better.
Well, I didn't roll perception because I thought we were in the town.
Can you do
I
better?
was looking for something specific. Probably not. Yari follows his lead.
I thought we were casing the outskirts of it.
I don't know, man. It doesn't matter. You saw it. I get to tag on to you.
Yeah. So,
I attack Sylvius. Which is a cross between Cirrus and Tilvius.
and
Sylvius. I love it.
Pointed at the village. So, who all is with Yari and Tilvius, and where is everybody else right now? Rosati's still at the wagon.
I'm at the wagon.
So, where is Argyle right now?
I'm still soaking. I have to soak for at least an hour.
Okay, so you are right next to the woods. So you just heard this or saw this next to you.
Oh shit. Okay.
And where is Cirrus?
It's probably still in town.
Okay, so you're probably nearby Tilvius and Yari.
Yeah.
So as you guys are sitting there from the other side of the town, you see a silhouette of an individual start walking down the street towards you.
Any details?
It appears to be wearing like a longer kind of travel robe with a hood drawn up over their head, and almost like a point coming out of the side of the hood. Either side of the hood.
Like
Oh.
long ears.
I'll
Could be.
step into the middle of the road, kind of in what it looks like its path, and raise my hand and say, "Hey, friend."
It keeps walking towards you. It's almost within a normal conversation distance at this point. And you hear, "What are you doing here?"
We've come for a rest. Do you know what's happened in this town?
Yes. It's empty.
Do you know why?
The people passed some 10 years ago, and it hasn't been used since. I would ask that you leave.
Well, if it hasn't been used since, I don't see why we can't just set up camp here for the night. Hey, friend?
This place is not for you.
Well, who's it for? You said everyone left. It seems
you'll
like
see-
open claims.
As you say, who's it for? He'll kind of like lift his hands just like this to his chest, and you'll see this like faint green glow from his hands. As those of you watching the woods will see skeletons and shifting forms start to emerge from the woods, the tree line. There we go.
Oh, what was the guy's name? The wanted guy?
I don't think I ever gave it to you, actually.
No, it's on the poster, though. We would have seen it.
Yeah, Ardric.
Ardric. I cock my bow directly at his head. Ardric, I presume.
You'll see him kind of cock his head just slightly. Yes.
That'll be close enough.
He's not moving from where he is. I think it's
This is the guy from the poster. The guy from the poster.
Guy from the poster.
Is the guy from? Hey, guy from the poster. You know the cops are looking for you.
It's true.
They
They
said
say
you
you
massacred
massacred
an
this entire
entire
village.
village.
Oh,
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
What's the Coke?
It's a fantasy Coke. You've had them before.
it's a fantasy Coke.
I'll buy you an ale at the next tavern.
Sweet. They said you massacred an entire village. Would that be this village? 10 years ago?
You'll hear a resolute no.
It was a different
Insight
villain.
check.
Insight. Me too. I'm going
Oh
for
man, I only rolled a 3, which means
Can
11.
I start
Because
making my
I'm-
way there?
it. Ooh,
I'm
18.
confused.
Uh,
I would
well,
have assumed the massacre was recent, because why would the cops be looking for a 10-year-old crime?
Fair question. Argyle, that you have the option to go running to the rest of the party. Currently, from where you are, you're chilling in a river. You look up, and there's maybe like 3 skeletons coming out of the woods around you, and what look like another 4 or 5 maybe bodies of decomposing flesh.
Yeah, I start running. I start running to the group.
Yeah. Argyle comes booking it through the streets. towards you.
Guys. There's Franks with skin, Franks with flesh, Franks coming out of the woods.
Go get Rusati.
Tilvius, on your insight check of 11, you just get a lot of anger. Just anger.
Is that what I get on 18?
On an insight of 18, I'll tell you what he's angry about. He's not angry that you mentioned this. He's angry that you accused him of it. It's time to leave. As he gestures towards the other side of the street. And
What do you
it's
think,
like
Jerry?
probably army of undead is now making their way towards the center of the city.
How big of an army?
You want to do a head count?
Yeah.
Make me a perception check.
Okay.
Can I assist?
Sure.
I assist.
I
Now you
got
do
a
it at-
10.
Do it at an advantage.
Okay. I'll do it again. I got a 13.
Okay. I'd say on a 13, your initial head count, as you're kind of like spinning around looking at everybody, you get a solid count of 15 before you stop counting in the streets currently headed towards you. You're not sure how much is still coming out of the forest around town, but in the streets headed towards you, you get a count of 15.
Yari says, look, people are looking for you, saying that you slaughtered this town. We see you come in here with a host of undead. What happened to this town? If it wasn't you, why are you with the corpses? Or are these not from this town?
These are from this town. If you're so curious, look up the history of Irisville. Now leave.
Is there a library? Sarah, did you see a library?
Not in town.
I gotta say, there's not a lot of places where we can look up the history, sir.
Is there a reward on the poster?
Yeah. You would have seen a reward for 1,500 gold, I'd say.
So Yari goes, there's a reward on your poster. And if it's not going to be us, it's going to be someone else. So you could just tell us the truth now. You wanted me to do a...
Yeah.
Well, I'm not good at that.
I believe in you.
Thanks. Where's my persuasion at +1? I have rolled a total of 7.
On a 7.
It's not very convincing because she's holding her sword. She's like
And yeah,
ready to draw.
Julius has an arrow cocked at his head.
On a 7, that same green glow kind of starts to emit from his hands that are still clasped over his chest. As you all almost feel the ground kind of shake just a little bit. And the wind kind of whistles through as that same green glow happens. Leave.
Just hypothetically, if we didn't leave, what would happen?
The skeletons get closer and closer. The zombies get closer and closer to you. They're almost within 10 feet now.
I'm pretty sure we could take them, but I don't necessarily want to.
I'm not
What do y'all
convinced
wanna
that
do?
any.
Wanted skeletons and zombies.
I'm not convinced that anything really happened in this town that's untoward, but I don't know how we're ever gonna find that out. She says as she's slowly backing up.
towards the wagon. I like to think Rosati has no idea what the fuck's going on. He's just having a good time with Frank.
Having a good time.
Jeez.
Really brings a new definition to skull fucking.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, he's gonna wait for you guys to either make a move or turn around and leave, as the host of undead is now pretty much within striking range after this next series of whether you do or do nots.
Damn it. What do we do? Tell us.
Me?
How much money was he worth?
1,500 gold. 150 platinum.
What do we need that for, guys?
Nothing in particular.
It's true.
But he doesn't have to be so rude. He could have just, been a little nicer. Maybe we couldn't, pull weapons on him, but still.
Maybe Rusati could talk to him. One freaky dead
One, yeah.
summoner to the another.
I don't see why that wouldn't help.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go go to Rasadi.
All dick.
So
We're all friends.
are you all leaving, or is just Argyle like running off?
I think we're
I'm gonna follow
You're
Yar's
just gonna
lead.
come get
Yeah, we're
me.
following
Slowly
Yari.
backing away.
slowly backing
Okay,
away.
everybody's kind of leaving. The host will stop. Like the host of undead will stop at kind of the first like house of the village as you guys head back to your wagon.
Oh, hey, Argyle, what's up?
I'm hold up.
Okay. Are you okay? What's going on?
I just sprinted.
Why?
There's a lot of Franks back there. Franks with skin, Franks without skin, and there's a
What?
guy, the guy that we're looking for.
Yeah.
He's back there
Oh,
with
so there's.
all of them.
Oh. Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
he like gets up and says, "You stay right here. Don't move." And he takes off running down the path.
With or without Frank? Are you bringing the fucking?
No,
skeleton
Frank.
with
No, Frank is gonna stay.
you? Okay, you're leaving Frank with Cirrus. Good.
No, Frank is at the wagon. Cirrus is not at the wagon.
We're all heading back towards. the
Yeah,
wagon.
you all headed back.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will meet them, like whatever the distance is.
Oh yeah. You'll catch them on their way back.
Like, guys, what's going on? What the hell is all that? What is going on? What did you
There's a
do?
necromancer with a gob of zombies and skeletons. We weren't sure we wanted to fight him. We're not sure what exactly happened.
DM, can I ask? Can I make a perception check, please?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Let me roll and then I'll tell you. Let's see. That's a 17 total. Like this group of zombies and the guy, how far away is it? And then, like, what kind of arrangement are they in this street?
So they're probably 40 or 50 feet away at this point.
Okay.
And right now, it just looks like you've kind of lost sight of the guy in the cloak. And there's maybe 20 skeletons and zombies just kind of lining the street, where you would have a hard time passing like shoulder to shoulder through them.
What do you want to do here? What do you? I got an idea. We could get a little crazy.
Ice knife?
I cast fireball in the middle of them.
Fucking what? Okay, how many third level spell slots do you have?
I have 2.
Okay. Are you just you say, do you want to do something crazy and then you just cast fireball? That's what we're doing here.
I look at him. I look at Tilvius, and he said ice knife, and I was like, well, I don't really want to do ice.
He's like, I thought that was your thing.
It is, but my fireball does weird shit sometimes.
Okay, roll damage.
You got it.
When he casts it, can Argyle come back sprinting a little bit more winded? I hope Rasadi came back to you guys and wasn't doing anything too crazy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, as you say nothing too crazy, you see a giant ball of flame erupt in the city, or in the little hamlet.
Oh, okay. Guess we're making a stand. I would have thought that if any of
On
us
my
was gonna
insight,
be-
it really seemed like I just wanted to know what was happening.
I just got here.
Oh, nuts.
Yeah, unfortunately, you were not very convincing in your attempts. My friend.
I totally don't
That's
see the
30
repercussions.
fire damage.
Okay, it is not worth me rolling a saving throw because even if they succeed, every single one of them burns to a crisp. You watch as the fireball erupts in the middle of this kind of horde of undead, and through the wall of flames, you see the charred skeletons start to just kind of like decompose in on themselves as they burn. You watch the flesh of the zombies go up and tufts of smoke above the ball of fire, and then just as quickly it kind of closes in on itself, and the fire just poof, and there's nothing left in that little city street.
Holy moly!
Do we see Cloak Guy?
Yeah, is he gone too?
You do not, but you don't see like that center of town that you were at. There's kind of a turn there. So he could still be over towards like the center of town, or like by the church or something down by the fountain.
See, now we don't have to worry about it. I took care of it. I don't know what the deal. I don't know what the problem was. You could have just come got me.
Well,
We were gonna
Rasadi.
come talk to him.
Yeah, we
Talk
were.
to who?
The necromancer.
There was just a bunch of fucking zombies.
And a guy in a cloak
And
who's in
Oh, I
front
didn't
of
see
them.
the guy in the cloak. I just saw the group of baddies.
It was the one in front of them. The one.
Yeah.
The one in front of them.
Oh, you mean that? Oh. Well,
This is awkward, yes.
I mean, I sort of took care of the problem. There's no more problem.
Is there any other movement in the town or trees around us?
Roll perception.
Can I give him advantage? I'll look around too.
Yeah.
Perception with advantage. Oh, that's a natural one, so let's not take that one. Geez. Total of 10 with advantage. Digital
Yeah,
dice don't like me.
as you're looking around at the forest, you don't see anything. There's no like shuffling of leaves. There's appears quiet.
What do you think? Back out?
I think we just leave.
We just
never
leave.
talk about this
Oh,
again.
come on. We
Argyle,
can't
are
just
you-
leave it at this.
Oh, it was so fun till you say agree. What should we do?
God damn it!
Let's go hunting.
Yari,
Oh, I have a great idea. I have a great idea. Are there any like piles of bones left, or did I literally
they're
incinerate everything to
No,
incinerated,
ash?
man.
gone.
I think you did
Okay,
a
okay,
great
okay.
job.
Perfect. I go grab Frank. It's time for an adventure.
Yeah, sure. You grab
right.
Frank.
Let's go look through the streets.
All right, let's go. What are we doing? Telvius, take point.
Okay, I go back around that bend,
Yeah.
poke my head around.
So you guys head from. You were maybe like 20 feet out of the like gate to this little village. As you guys head back in through the streets, everybody make me a perception check.
Oh, that's better.
It's our
22.
favorite.
18. What if I used an actual die instead of? I've been rolling really bad digitally today.
Yeah.
I got an 11. Argyle is
That's
11.
Well, that's a natural 20 on the first die roll, but that doesn't count for this
I
because I
was
rolled already.
I was gonna say.
I already rolled.
I got a 14.
Well, that was
About
18 on the die. That
What
would have
what
been
did
huge.
Cirrus get?
6.
6. Okay. Tilvius, you are the only one that gets a hint of something hiding behind one of the houses here. You hear like that boot scuffing on the ground, that like just slight noise that somebody is hiding.
I'll say this way, and I'll dart around the side of the house.
Yeah. As you do, and you kind of dart around the side of the house, you hear it like that same as a spell is released immediately as you come around the corner, scaring whatever there is back here. Make me a wisdom save.
Dick, I can't do it. Can't lose Frank.
10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do. As you come around this corner and that same like flash of green kind of like flies up and brightens the little alleyway here, you feel your limbs lock onto yourself, and your legs are capable of movement, but you are unable to do anything but take the dodge action during your turn until you succeed on a wisdom saving throw at the start of your turn. You become cursed.
Ah.
We are now in initiative.
Yes, let's fucking go. Oh, that's a 9.
Okay, let's roll for this shit. All right. 20 to 25.
Hold on.
Yours.
Natural 1. Yari's like,
20 to 25.
I fucking hate Rusati right now. Is exactly what you always said.
50 to 20. 10 to 15.
do you want to hear
13.
something? Yeah. So even with a natural 1, 10.
Nice.
Okay. Yari has a 10. Sure. 5 to 10.
Oh, wait.
9.
I have a 7.
Oh, you got a 7? Okay.
I got a 9.
Yep.
What the fuck did you get, Josh?
A 3.
That was close.
I think
Close.
I actually think Cirrus has gone last in like 80% of combats.
I think you're
I'm
right.
so tired.
I think you're right.
Well, Tilvius, you do have the first turn, but I am gonna say that Actually, I'll let you roll. If you succeed on it, then you succeed.
My wisdom saving throw is 13.
That does not succeed. So you are forced to take the dodge action for your turn.
I will take the dodge action for my turn.
Okay. That will bring us to this person who you just scared the absolute shit out of as you came around the corner, who only sees you. Currently, around the corner, there is only
Right.
Tilbius. Everybody else is around the other side. So you took the dodge action. And he's concentrating. So okay. What's the marching order behind Tilbius? Who was running in first?
I was pretty gung ho, so
Okay.
I'd probably be close to the front.
I'd be close to the front too because I was standing next to Tilvius when they went,
Sure.
or when that whole thing happened.
Okay.
So I'll be after Rasati.
Already.
That'd be.
Okay. So I'm going to say the first three people after Tilvius, which are Rizati, Yari, and Cirrus, will be caught up in this circle of death that happens.
Nice.
This creature really clamps down hard on the amulet around his neck, and that flash of green brightens that still hasn't died out from this thing surrounding Tilvius. And as it does, a circle appears on the ground that appears to be made out of like green bones almost etched into the ground as it expands outwards. And everybody make me a constitution save, except for Argyle.
Natural
17.
20 for a 26.
Natural 20 for a 22.
It's true. I'm literally watching it.
Constitution save, you said?
Yep.
That is a 9. I'm going to be restrained, I think.
And what did
Take a shit ton of damage.
what did Cirrus
what?
get?
17.
17? Okay. So the only one that takes full damage is Rizati.
Great.
Everybody else is going to take 15 points of damage.
Oh, shit.
Rizati, you are going to take 30 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
As this
That's
circle
real bad.
erupts up with that same green energy, almost like lines of green energy piercing through.
Oh, I'm going to kill this motherfucker now.
And as he does that, you watch as he turns and starts booking it away.
Is this an effect that does damage each turn, or is it like fireball and it's done?
After the light kind of flashed up, it appears to have diminished and gone away, and the only thing you see left are like the markings left in the dirt.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Whose turn is it now?
So it is now Yari's turn.
Yari's gonna run after him.
Yeah,
Is
my
are they?
man booked it 30 feet, like as far as he could. He's going.
Am I in range for melee?
You'd be within. Yeah, you'd probably be within 5 feet after you turn the corner and run after.
Okay. And then I will take. Let's see if there's anything crazy I should do.
Echo.
Yeah. I call the echo out in front of him.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
On the other side of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take one attack with the walking stick. That's a 16 on the die for a 23.
Hits.
That is 7 points of damage, and then I'll use my second attack from the echo. So it happens at once.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to hit because I can't see it. Oh, 22. to hit.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Oh, and that's only 6 points of damage
From both?
total. No, 7 from one and 6 from the other.
Okay. So 13.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
And
Uh,
he's surrounded. Now you can't get advantage from flanking from
Yes, you
an
do.
echo.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I'm gonna say no.
I don't think you should.
I
Yeah,
don't think
but
you get perma advantage as your class.
Yeah, I don't
option.
think that number one, I don't think that should, and number two, I don't think the echo would help me do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it. No. Yeah. So you summon the echo in front of him, and you watch as he kind of like skids to a halt and goes to turn. And as you do, you just kind of clock him on the back as the shadow kind of just jabs once in a lunge forward, hitting him in the chest as he kind of like gets battered on either side, and you hear the breath just kind of. That'll bring us to Ruzati.
I would like to get myself
Ice
into a
knife.
position
Yeah, you turn
where
the
I
corner
can
and you see
cast.
Yari.
I'm going to position Ice Knife in a way that it will not hit Yari, but it could potentially hit the Echo, which I'm not worried about. But I will Ice Knife this motherfucker.
So the only way that you could do that would be to shoot at the echo itself.
Yeah.
Done.
All right,
Okay,
man.
give me a second while I read Ice Knife real quick.
Sure.
Because I feel like we can't hit with the initial part of Ice Knife and the explosion. You know?
Target takes 1d10, and then everything within 5 feet of the target
Tell you
takes the
what.
full damage.
Tell you what. We'll swap
you're-
it up.
You're
swap
throwing
it
the
up.
shard at it, so I have a hard time being
Hold on.
like, if you're throwing it at the thing to make the explosion not hit it, then it's hard to hit both.
So in the theater of mind, is there a way in which I can create a 10-foot circle? Is it circle or sphere? A 10-foot radius to where it will only impact this person.
Yeah,
I'm flanking, so I
Yeah.
have 5 feet on either side,
I guess it would be
and then
like
they're in the middle.
But what
you'd
about
be
from
pin-
the side? Like, I
you'd
mean,
be
I
like
know it's spherical.
pinpoint accurate at that point. If you were trying to go to the side and dodge Yari and the shadow, you'd have to be like pinpoint accurate to get it on the very edge of the circle.
Okay. Stand by. I gotta read something here. Fuck it. I cast Firebolt.
Okay. I think you should have just embraced it and hit Yari with some fucking.
You know,
Nice.
I've been there. I've done that. I know she doesn't like it. I'm trying to be better about that.
Point of order. She only got pissed off when you used your magic and glanced it off her sword. That's the
Yes.
only time she's been mad at you for using
Pelvius
magic.
didn't like it when you sniped next to him.
That's fair. That's fair. Firebolt.
Okay. Yeah, roll your attack.
It's going to be a natural 1 for an 8.
Oh no, it might hit Yari anyway.
That does not hit as you throw this firebolt into the distance, and it just completely goes wide. Your initial thought was to throw an ice knife. Your whole instinct was ice knife, and you went, Yari's there. Maybe that's a bad idea. And you kind of had to change your cast at the last second to throw a firebolt, and that just sent you way off kilter as your firebolt hits one of the like log cabins on the side, and you watch as it tries to light.
I will use the remainder of my movement to move in its direction.
Yeah, you can get right up behind Yari.
Is 30 feet. Cool. That's it. I'm done.
That'll be Argo.
Question.
Yeah.
So where this guy is sitting currently, is he surrounded by everybody else? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my question to everybody else. If I vortex warp him 30 feet back, would that be okay? Or would you rather me do something else? Because I could also do something else.
Do what you do.
Do what you do.
I'm gonna say I'm going to move so that I can see him, and that he's still within my 90 feet of range. And I'm going to hold the spell, and when he moves to run another 30 feet, I'm going to vortex warp him back to the same place he was. If that
Same
makes
place
sense.
he is right now.
So where he is right now, where he's surrounded, as soon as he moves out of that, I'm going to vortex warp him back to the same place.
Okay. Awesome. Sure. Are you gonna like wait until the end of his movement, like until he stops? Or I guess it would be like 30 feet, but
Yeah. However many feet he moves, as long as
Okay.
he's within the 90 feet, I'm going to vortex warp him back to where he was originally.
alrighty. That'll bring us to Cirrus.
I am going to use my Wintry Eldritch Blast.
Hell yeah.
Excuse me.
That is a dirty 20
Yeah, that definitely hits. 100%.
for max damage 13. That's the first one. There's another one.
Christ.
Oh, that's only an 11 on the die.
Plus?
Sorry, I meant that's only an 11.
Oh, 11 total.
Total.
That just barely misses as your first bolt hits, and you watch as like the frost kind of like encases and starts to emanate off of the point of contact as the second one goes wide and hits the same spot that was starting to spark from the firebolt.
Puts out the fire.
Yeah, it puts out the fire.
Cold.
That brings us to Tilvius.
I
need
gotta
to
make a wisdom
roll-
save, right?
1 second, actually. I didn't roll for his concentration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to roll wisdom. I don't want
I
to
rolled
talk
an
about what the.
18.
Yeah, you break the thing. I don't want to talk about what the fuck just happened.
All right. What is that called? Hold on, I'm looking at my features. Okay, I'm going to use bonus action steady aim to give myself advantage on a bow shot.
Okay.
So I have an 11 and a natural 20 for 27.
Yeah, dude. Roll damage.
Can I do a cool thing instead of rolling bonus damage?
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
I want to impale an arrow through one of his casting hands.
Oh, interesting. Because he is still clasping like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Or even if I could get him through both of them.
Yeah, 100%. Go for it.
All right. So I just roll damage, regular damage, not.
Yes.
And since I have advantage, I get sneak attack. So that's
Fuck. This is not.
9 plus 4. Only 13 damage
Oh, only 13 damage? Okay. So
through the
as-
hands.
Yeah, as you're sitting here and he's got his hands clasped, and you see that as an area of weakness, like something that you can stop this spell casting. That's where everything's coming from. You draw back as hard as you can on your arrow. You've gotten like full draw weight here, and you release. And the arrow flies through the air and hits true where you were aiming. But there is no arcane barrier here. There is no shield. There is no armor. You watch as the arrow sinks through the hands and continues as it plunges through the chest. And as he is attempting to run forward and Argyle is holding that spell, you watch as he just kind of like stumbles and falls forward onto the dirt. We are out of combat.
Is he dead?
Well, that worked.
My man did not have a lot of HP.
Well, I'm not sure what we did and if it was good or bad, but I guess at least we get $1,500 if we can find Darl.
I have a better idea. How about we bring him back and figure out what is going on. What is the meaning of this entire situation?
Oh, hey. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know how to bring somebody back from the dead.
Is he dead?
Or is he dying?
Oh yeah.
So as
Well,
as
I
you
could
look,
do a medicine check too
yeah, roll medicine.
with the guidance. I'm a good doctor. I promise. I promise I'm a good doctor. Okay. And then okay. That's gonna be there's my sheet. That's gonna be 18.
On an 18, you go over, and this body is cold, far colder than it should be for if he had just passed, right? But you feel no pulse. You don't feel any signs of life.
Oh, he's really dead. He's really cold. Colder than if you or I were to die. Kind of give him a little tap with my foot. Hello.
Nothing. You are muted, Rosati, I think, by the way.
Can we take his shit?
You can definitely loot the body. There's nothing stopping you.
I won't personally partake in this, but you can.
I want to like the amulet. Is it used up? Is it still there? What is it?
You could check. Yeah. Are you looting the body?
Fuck yeah, I'm looting the body.
Alrighty. You start digging through the corpse on the ground. Everybody just kind of watches as Rosati just kind of meanders over and starts digging through the dead guy's stuff. You find in his hands, you pull the arrow out. There's this kind of like wooden emblem with that same figure of like covered in a shroud. This one is like a wooden figure covered in some type of black fabric, just hanging from a piece of.
Can I do a religion check to see if I recognize this? Like,
I won't make you roll. You know the same thing Argyle told you from earlier. Yeah. Digging through his possessions, you also find what appears to be in his back pocket, kind of like a folded thing of bread and cheese there. You find a small canteen of water. You find in his on his chest, as you're kind of like digging through, what appears to be a metal locket. That is just kind of like a circular locket about yay big. You find some paper and a quill and a pouch on his side, some other like writing utensils in there. That's really all you find on his person. There's no coin pouch. There's no like other real possessions. That's really it.
Fuck. Okay.
does anybody need anything else with this guy?
I kind of want to try at least pumping him with one healing spell just to see if it does bring him back. If not, I can't revivify. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on him.
Sure.
When I cast Healing Word, instead of hearing a word, you just hear like a subtle echoing croak of a frog. And the guy gains, excuse me, sorry, 6 hit points. The body gains 6 hit points.
Okay. You go to cast your spell and you reach out with this magic towards this corpse. And as you do, you are looking to grasp at something. When you cast your magic, you are encasing somebody in your magic, right? You are trying to use it to influence them. There's nothing here to influence. Your magic passes through. And you feel something. There's something on the other side. You don't know what it is, but your magic disappears into it.
Something
You've never cast magic on a corpse before, but it just disappeared into something. It went somewhere.
I don't think this is the main body, or I don't think this is the person we are looking for. At least, not the main one. It's like I casted it into a puppet, but instead of the puppet getting the healing, it just followed the strings. But I can't tell where it went. It just
Would I know
went
anything
through.
about this?
Can you roll Arcana?
Hey, it's at least not a 1 this time. That's a 23.
Oh my god. On a 23, you get the feeling that Argyle's magic definitely disappeared somewhere, though you don't know if it's because of this creature or this person is not what it says it is, right? If there's more to it than that, or if it disappeared because this is a corpse. You get the feeling that's also a possibility, that it could just be because he is trying to cast healing magic into a corpse, and there's something more to that story.
I honestly think your magic isn't going to take on a dead guy. I think you're good. Like,
I just had to make sure. Okay.
you tried your best, and I can help. I can help.
How are you going to help?
Watch. Where's Frank?
Back at the wagon where you left him.
I'm going to bring Frank down here.
Okay. You take a fucking trip to go get Frank, and you come back.
Cool. I cast Animate Dead for my last 3rd level spot, and I use the charge to get both him and this individual.
Can you do 2 right now?
I can do up to 4.
Oh
my god. This doesn't feel right.
Is this really what we're doing? Is this...
We got to get them, there's a bounty. There's a bounty.
We're gonna bring an animated.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we are.
So fucked up.
Man, that's wild.
Hey, welcome to Maximum D&D.
Oh god.
Fair.
Are you sure it's 4? I only see 1.
Yes, bitch, it says it. Hold on.
Where are you getting that from?
Yeah, it's at higher levels you can do multiple.
No.
When you cast the spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, you animate or reassert control over 2 additional undead creatures for each slot above 3rd.
24 hours to maintain control of the creature. Another 24 hours.
Because it's just choose a pile
This
of bones.
uses the spell's reassert control over up to 4 creatures you have animated with this spell. Rather, oh fuck me, I gotta animate him and then do it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, so you can use lower level
Fine.
to... Yeah.
Fine, I won't do it.
I was like, oh god, if
I
we can actually make an
maintain-
army at this point, that would be a problem.
If I didn't fucking cast Fireball, I could have done it.
It's true.
Or if I take
Sure.
fuck you all. Can we take 30 minutes and do a short rest? I can use Arcane Recovery and I can totally do it.
You could.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Unveiled.
Good night.
No. Let's get through the village segment. Let's get
Yeah,
through the
you
village
can do
segment.
it.
We can be done
You
with
can
it.
do it.
It's fine. I'm not gonna drag the team down.
Well, we're gonna have to take the body anyways if we're gonna turn him.
Yeah.
You
I'll just
do
make
have
the
to
joke
take
go
the
for a
body
minute.
with you.
How close is the wanted poster to the actual face?
It looks pretty close actually. It's
Okay.
pretty 1-to-1.
Not bad.
Yeah. So
I like
what are we doing? You guys got a corpse here. You looted a corpse.
Don't
Put
look
him in
at
the
me.
wagon and
Don't look at
let's-
me. I can't carry anybody.
So are we moving through the night here?
No, we're gonna get out of the town. I think we set up.
Yeah, I don't
camp
think we
outside
should
the
stay
town.
here.
Because
Okay.
before we set up camp.
What are we doing
Yeah.
with the corpse because we leave
We're
town?
letting
We kind
Rasadi
of head
do
out
his thing.
towards the. We stop at the river. We got to go up river. We're kind of chilling next to that.
Sounds perfect.
Let's
I
just-
spend 30 minutes in the back of the wagon recovering. And then I do the thing.
Okay.
It'll be a zombie.
Yeah. So you cast Raise Dead on this thing. Everybody else, you may watch if you so desire. As you cast this, Frank, you reassert control, and you watch as this creature on the ground starts to rise, and you watch as the tips of the ears just kind of fall towards the ground, and now they're kind of drooping downwards, almost as if all the cartilage is gone. You watch as the flesh sags down, and you look at the face as it just kind of sags forward.
This is so much fun. Guys, how did I not know about this? My mother told me nothing about this. This is so much fun.
I have a feeling this is why she didn't tell you about it.
Yeah, you're getting a little into this. It will make him easier to transport, probably.
Exactly. Now he can do things too. And then when we get where we're going, we sell him off for $1,500 and we're good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. What are you guys doing for the night? Are you doing anything special during the night?
I'm gonna go sleep in the pond in the river.
We're gonna do a series of watches. Make sure that
Yeah. We're fine.
Wonderful.
We're
The
fine.
watches tonight.
We're gonna watch Rusati to make sure.
Yeah,
he's
I
not
think
doing anything.
most of your time watching is most of you waking up and making sure Rosati isn't looking for more corpses or to make more corpses to
We're
animate.
fucking those corpses.
Yeah,
I'll do
or
you
fucking
one
those
better.
corpses. Yes. What's that?
I'll do you one.
Not
better.
doing that.
Instead of just waking up every now and again, every time I do wake up every now and again, it like is just like a sudden stop of like ambient frog noises, and then it kicks back up. That's how you know I'm awake, and then it goes. It's just all night.
The next day, veil light breaks. Everybody wakes up. Nobody's been murdered and reanimated by Rosati.
It was close a couple of times.
Close one. You guys load up into the wagon, head towards Port Saris, and that's where we'll pick up next time as you guys come to the city proper. You make your way back. As you kind of head over the hill, you see the large bridge that heads into Saris, and you see the spires of construction as people are rebuilding. It looks like a war-torn area, but you see the wood and planks and stone of people
Gone for
rebuilding.
like 2 days.
You were gone for like 2 days, yeah. I wonder what happened.
Damn, these bitches are efficient.
And that's where we'll end. Magic does fucking wonders, I will say. And I
Magic
wonder how that ended though. But that's where we'll end. We'll do outros and then we'll just get the fuck out of here so people can go to bed. Hi, Joff.
Hello, I'm Joff. I'm in bed now. Oh, feels good. Oh, I'm snuggling. Oh, I'm sleeping. Hong sure, Hong sure, Hong sure. This is how Chris snores.
It is.
This is true.
Beautiful. Hi, Tony.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I am slowly amassing my army, and so can you. Just crack open a book and read cool spells and annoy the shit out of your DM and your party. Back to you, Andy.
Hi, Chris.
Hi. Back to you, Andy.
Hi, Amador.
I'm not a corpse. I'm still a frog. Back to you, Andy.
So far.
Oh,
We can hope for the future. Hi,
Okay.
Juice.
It me. I'm CP.
Sleeps. Peeps be sleeps.
Sleep, sleep, deep, deep.
And I have been Dakota Orshiro. We'll be back next week with, I think this, probably, maybe, we'll see. Yeah, good night, everybody. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's gonna happen next time? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.